Should I be picking my nose? Hi, welcome to AfterBuzz TV Days of Our Lives weekly recap for the week of May 2nd. Stay tuned while we dish some days. Hi.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I think we pulled a cord. Oh, there it is.
It's very seductive, isn't it?
Jiminy Christmas, what's going on here? Alexis, no more champagne for you. Hi, guys. Let's give a shout out to Miss Alexis.
Hi, Alexis.
Hi, everybody.
Alexis, where can they find you on social media?
Oh, you can find me all over social media at atorres890.
Atta girl. And who are these two handsome lads?
Guest of honor goes first.
Of course. Hi. I turned 47 Mother's Days ago. My mother gave birth to me and pushed me out. And you know who I am. Just follow me at James Lott Jr. everywhere.
I'm not really sure what is going on today. I am your pretty in pink co-host,
Right.
Mr. Matthew Evan.
And you're not wearing pink, are you?
It's pink and blue.
Is it pink and blue?
It's pink and blue.
Okay.
Pink and blue.
I'm on the other
pretty
side
in
of the
pink
table.
and blue, and I'm Matthew Evan Paine, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Matthew Evan.
That's right.
Can we start from the beginning?
No.
I know.
Got to the live TV.
I love it. All right, let's go off me like crazy because I'm back. I'm back, bitches. I'm back.
She's back, and then she's celebrating a birthday.
Yes.
So
Happy
that's why we
birthday.
have some
Thank you.
champagne.
Yes. We have some-
Champagne for everybody.
Cheers.
And Matthew's got
Thank
fake
you.
champagne, but
Yes.
no one needs to know
Whatever.
that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Cheers,
Who- who
everybody.
allowed?
And my cup has lipstick, and it's not mine.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Happy Mother's Day to all our moms watching.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love
Happy
you.
Mother's Day.
Miss Bonita, my twin.
Anita, and your mother is?
Peggy.
Peggy and Diane.
You are
She'll
Diane.
kill me. I called her by her first name. Hello, happy Mother's Day. And it's my mother's birthday as well.
Oh my God! Happy
Yeah,
birthday, Mom.
she's a double whammy tonight.
Come on,
So-
fellas.
Happy birthday,
Team
Diane.
Taurus.
Yeah,
Team
I
Taurus.
text Diane.
Diane.
I
Happy
text
Mother's Day and
her,
birthday, Diane.
Mrs. Freeman to you. She,
I love it.
I told her I would call her after Buzz. So
Why don't we call her
'cause
right now?
I don't-
Can we get her on the line, Alexis?
It's not appropriate.
That's not
She
appropriate.
watched
She's a very different woman than me.
Ruining all my surprises today.
Does she watch Days of Our Lives?
She does not watch Days of Our Lives. She does watch Dishin Days
What's
sometimes.
the matter with her?
She's got a brain.
It's gonna brain.
If she only had a
She
brain.
only. And Tony Moore's not here
Yes.
today.
No.
He is still at DragCon. I was there yesterday and today, but he's running around. Like, I think I saw him
Twice?
for like 2 seconds apiece.
Yeah.
So he sends his love, and I think he's going to post his segment on our Facebook page and stuff later.
And
So
you had a good time there?
I had a great time.
Great.
I had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. I'll tell you guys, if you watch my drag race recap, not tomorrow because we're off. Jay might be there tomorrow doing a special recap, but I won't be on until the week after. So we'll talk about it then. So if you follow drag race and all that, do that. And if you guys are not following us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you need to be because all the cool people are. And also too, I know we forget sometimes about iTunes and the podcast and stuff.
right.
So and appreciate all those people who do just listen to us and don't look at our beautiful faces. Some covered in makeup. James.
I know. Gotta give you the wrinkles.
But please do 5 stars. 5
Like us,
stars,
rate us,
and
comment.
rate us, and write a review because I love reading those.
Me too.
Fantastic.
Me too.
And
I don't
tell
really-
us who your favorite co-host is.
Ever?
Then I win, obviously.
Just this show? I need parameters.
Well, we'll let the viewers decide.
Ooh, okay.
Who my favorite? Okay, you decide. Who's my favorite co-host?
When I bumped into Billy last week,
I was just gonna say my favorite co-host has been Billy.
he told me that I was his favorite co-host.
He would
so
never in a million and a half years
he did.
say that. He
Well,
would never say that.
it was a private
Do you
conversation.
have it on tape?
Well,
Exactly.
He's all.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Exactly.
The picture didn't happen. I love it.
Moving right along.
Hi, folks. Thank you. Hi.
And also, you guys did an Emmy recap. So if you guys haven't
Yes.
seen the
wasn't
Emmy
that
recap,
fun?
Yes, it was. And so me, him, and Lucretia, who's on my JH report, we did one here, and it's online. You can see it on YouTube.com and AfterBuzz TV. We have like over 1,000 views already
Yeah.
on it. So yes,
it was on and popping.
Matthew, Evan Paine, get out.
I know. I'm like, you're done. And for that reason, I'm out.
And he's the one not drinking.
Yeah, he's the one sober. It's crazy talk.
It's scary.
Did you spike my drink, Mark J. Freeman?
Actually, I did.
Was it you,
is-
James Lott
It was me, it
Jr.?
was me.
Pellegrino with a twist.
I call you Mark J. Freeman. I mean, by
Appropriately so.
And James Lott Jr. It's not James and Mark.
No.
No, I
Everybody
know.
calls me James Lott Jr.
Yeah.
And he's Mark J. Freeman,
Mark J.
always.
Freeman.
But no one calls me Matthew Evan Paine. It's like, hey,
I
you.
just did.
I
Did
did
you?
too. I always call you Matthew Evan Paine. Or I
just
call you
don't-
handsome sometimes, too.
That's true.
I
just
go,
don't-
Settle
hey,
down, James Lott Jr.
I know. I'm out.
hey you. Right? That's kind of what I
Yeah.
do.
New
Like,
guy.
Matt, put this in my bag. That's usually what I do. Matt, my pen. I'm done with this.
Do you remember that?
That's why I was doing it, yeah, because I
He actually did that. Yeah.
Oh my God, he's
I
hysterical.
But it wasn't like it wasn't that bad. Like I wasn't.
I told Mark that I could put his notepad away because we were just about to go live, so he handed me his notepad, and then I'm putting the notepad in his bag, and he went, "Oh, and this," and he hands me his pen.
But it wasn't in a very
No, it was.
malicious way.
No, it was.
It wasn't.
No, it was.
But go watch our Emmy special. It's on AfterBuzzTV.com. You can find it on YouTube everything, and we break it down and give our opinions and talk about it. I'm still smarting over a loss that did happen.
I wonder how many viewers we've lost so far.
All of them.
All of them.
It's going
They're
up
all
because
gone.
I'm here.
How
That's
many
why
do
it's
we have in
going
the
up.
chat room right now?
106.
106.
It's going up. It's going up.
Fantastic.
It's going up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we weren't here last week.
No.
You guys weren't.
What did we have?
The Daytime Emmy
The
Awards.
Daytime Emmy Awards. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Well, there was something that was.
I was here last week with James Report,
Okay,
but you guys
yeah.
weren't here.
It was
So we
weird
didn't have
not
Dishin
coming
Days.
in.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sure.
I mean, I didn't think about it,
We
but
don't
I
have Sundays
just...
off.
I did nothing because I'm not used to not doing anything. So
I came in and I was like, what's happening? Why is there no Days of Our Lives?
no
Why
one
am I
let
here
you-
so early?
Did no one let
no
you
one
know?
told you.
Oh, no one
Alexis?
told you? Oh, funny.
No one told me until I got here.
That was Matthew's job. Sorry.
It's all good.
Typical. So since we weren't here last week, I'm literally just gonna read a quick recap that I wrote out for last week to kind of catch us up to where we are today.
And viewers, just be glad you can't read it with all the grammatical errors.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
Oh my God.
And so funny, gave something to my coworker at work to read, and he goes, "Now, do you care about grammatical stuff?" And I was like, "Just fix it. That's why I'm having you read it, okay? I'm an actress. The script gets handed to me." People. All right, who's ready for this quick little recap? All right, so Jade and Joey, they did not waste any time. They were like, we're not going to wait till after prom. We're going to get it on before prom. So they took care of business beforehand and then crashed the prom. Claire sang at the prom and then in jail. As, yes, the teens were arrested. Not Theo. Theo was not arrested. For vandalizing Judge McNair's car after his son Mark hacked the video monitors at prom and posted awful pictures of Sierra and Theo. Belle and Philip also made a lot of love making going on last week. Made love again and talked about marriage.
Love making.
Well, whatever they do. They talked about marriage. Lonnie tricked Sean into a stakeout to try to get him in bed. We're not talking. That was last week, so we're not talking about it.
Dang, he's like,
I have opinions about that though.
Okay, well we'll fix it into
Tweet me.
Yeah,
I'll respond.
Tweet him. And then unlikely partners Nicole and Victor plot to bring down Deimos,
Love.
which there's more of this week. So we're gonna get into that. And Billy Flynn knocked it out of the ballpark on Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
And on Sunday when I saw him.
So moving on.
Yeah, thank you, Alexis. Can I get an audio that says "moving right along"?
That used to be me.
Yes, no,
That was
he
the
completely
audio.
knocks it that Tuesday. That was one of the only reasons I was upset we didn't have a show on Sunday. Was just so we could discuss how amazing he was on Tuesday. So.
I love that this one person's like, that Jade actress should have been Sierra. She's got some talent.
I wouldn't be. I agree with that person too.
Yes.
And then Chad had to. Well, Chad said goodbye to Abigail. That was what the thing was about. And then that was pretty much last week. So now let's start. Dishin Days.
Now I have to tell you guys.
Flip it.
Flip it. I can talk and you can flip at the same time.
She's like, I can't walk and chew gum.
No, I'm going to say to everybody out there, I left here 2.5 months ago.
I love you guys. I just have to say it.
I'm talking right now. I left 2.5 months ago, and I haven't watched Days in like a month and a half.
Oh well, then you're
So
not really
I got some.
super fan, are you?
So no, I got some. Yeah, I'm not. I got some questions.
He was saying before we started that
and
he's like, I
concerns.
got some stuff to ask. So
Because I'm like so good.
let's get the ball rolling.
Yes.
Let's start
I
talking
mean,
about
we're
this.
wasting sands right now.
We are completely
Sam's.
have some have some things. So let's start talking about the whole Victor Deimos thing with Maggie. Now everyone's involved. Maggie, pretty much. Nicole, Justin, and Brady are all involved. And you're eating a pizza roll, so I'll continue.
Right. Okay, so I loved
Nicole and Victor coming together and doing this. I'm not sure that I understand why we need to have a second plan running simultaneously.
Right.
I mean, obviously that will get explained to us, but I have this fear in typical Days fashion
that it's going to
be a ball that drops. So we'll see what happens. What do you think?
So I saw, I was like, oh, okay, bit of history. I kind of like when Kate and Nicole had a little talk when she found the picture. And it looks like, also the picture looks like Nicole. Okay, now I get it. I didn't know that. I didn't know any of that story.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know. Yeah, no. Helena
looks like Nicole.
They're like doppelgangers.
So, do we know is he really infatuated with her because of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We think.
We think.
Okay.
She's gonna
reveal more.
But then our girl, I love you, Lauren Caslow, of course, she's my girl. They had sex.
Multiple times,
with her nails all still together.
They have been in the sack several times.
So I'm like, so what's going on there?
Right?
Do you think that they have a manicurist on set?
They probably do with her, I'm sure.
No, when we interviewed her, she said she goes to there's something
actually did. Because I interviewed her for
Outside of Days. Okay.
Yeah, I interviewed her for Day of Days, and I said, your nails, girl. She's like, thank you.
Yeah.
They're
she talked about it a little bit on our, you can check out our Spotlight On with Lauren Coslow
shameless promotion.
on YouTube.
And Christian Alfonso's nails. Always.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have issues with that, but we'll get into that later.
But I was like, okay,
I'm what you would call an issue queen.
Yes.
Well, amongst other things.
Right.
Yes. Okay, so so this seems like being an umbrella story. I get it. So Maggie, of course, was poisoned. I found that out.
Right.
And her and Victor are moving in that same. So there's only one townhouse that everybody lives in.
Yeah. Oh, and they tried to make
the
that
building
seem
That's
seamless.
what I mean. Like, there's only one.
Yeah.
They're all
Everybody.
So John and Marlena live in one, Brady and Teresa live in the other, and now Maggie and Victor live in the third in the same building.
But see, I don't know. I kind of like that.
I think what they're doing is they're adding sets. I think they're running out of places to go because like Deimos took over Ben's.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. He's in the mansion now.
Right, but listen up.
Listen up. He's a teacher. I'm a teacher. Listen up. Yes, I'm a teacher.
Would you like a whip?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I know.
I said the same thing. I said yes.
I heard you.
Yeah.
So sets. I think that they're trying to consolidate.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so.
But do you like it or you dislike it?
I don't like that that's where Victor and Maggie ended up.
Yeah, me too.
See, here's what I was thinking this. I was living for the fact that he called the limo driver and he weren't available and they got fired. I just thought it was hysterical. Yes. My thought was, I wish they would have taken it further. I wish it would have been like Victor calling Uber.
Oh, yes.
And then Victor moving into the Ben's old apartment. Like, they're like, you can have Ben Deimos' old place. Yeah. Like, I wanted that to go further. I like that. Because I feel like
they're so comfortable.
It's still comfortable living. It's a penthouse. It's a nice place. So I wish it would have been like the complete extreme, and just to see John Aniston do those scenes would have just completed it.
And I agree with you. I think that he should have had any money. I guess it's not far-fetched you'd have some secret account somewhere.
Right.
But I almost wish he didn't have any money at all. So he had to really start. I mean,
well, I love when Julie wanted tea and she said, "I just feel like a queen when Henderson brings me my tea." And he was like, "Henderson's not here," and everyone's face was like, "What?"
I know. I love it. That whole scene was funny too.
That's what I'm saying. I think I wish I wanted more of that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I wanted more of that.
I agree with you on that one.
So
it's still a nice place for them to live, and the excuse that Victor still has some money
hidden that it wasn't. Right. I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
I just think that I don't know how long this storyline's going to last, but I think that when it comes to an end, I think Victor will take Deimos down.
Absolutely.
There's no fighting Victor.
Correct.
You will never win.
Yeah, Carolyn mentions that. I think it's the same thing too. Rafe's in Maggie's old house. That's why they can't go back to Maggie's.
Rafe's and Maggie's. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. Yeah.
I was thinking, why can't he go back to? I was like,
I was going to talk about that later. Yeah, that I think is very. Do you remember that? Do you know what we're talking about? That Adriana, the new Hernandez kitchen, is Maggie's old kitchen.
Oh, you know what I actually thought
back when that redhead Melanie was on the show.
That's interesting because I actually thought that it was Eve's old apartment.
No. It's Maggie's old kitchen.
Yeah, because that door and everything was open.
The
it was
door gave it away.
Yeah, the door gave it away. And Rafe's mama is cooking in the kitchen where Kate poisoned Chloe. Big Cheryl.
Yeah, totally.
Little history, yes, little history.
Totally. Mm-hmm. And how do we feel the fact this Justin and Brady being brought into this whole...
Whenever it comes to Justin, I just don't care. I don't believe him to be a powerful attorney. I think he's
the DA.
He's a wanker.
Okay.
I want him more. He's on General Hospital too at the same time.
And
kudos to him.
I
want him on that
like
show.
Wally Kurth.
Yeah, I
just
Wally
think
Kurth.
Justin's so boring. And
yeah. Bring him back on full time at General Hospital. He's so good as
is he Ned?
He's Ned.
Yeah.
He's so good on there right now. So he needs to be on that full time.
Ned's always good. I like Ned better than Justin.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't really. Yeah, I'm saying with you. I don't really buy it either.
No. Go ahead.
No, I say I don't know an Ed.
Yeah,
so.
but
I'm
it's
just gonna
fine.
keep drinking champagne.
It's a Kyriakis family. They're trying to bring all the Kyriakis together, so I will go with that if I had to go
James
with
Lott
that.
Jr., do you need more champagne on your
of
birthday?
course I do.
Yes, I
do.
When
us, Matthew.
Sorry, just right over.
Go ahead, keep talking.
I just feel like every
We're gonna
time
use that on your
Stop.
reel. Oh shoot!
Yeah, we got it.
I just feel like when it comes to Justin, I just want to turn around and be like, mind your business.
Right. Like, oh my God. That's right, Mark. You work it out. That's right, girl.
Cheers. Sorry. Okay.
I totally agree with Matthew, as Jacob Marquez says.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's a dude. I know. So no, I agree. I think it's. But in a way, I'll give it to you. All the Kyriakis come in. They're all going to work together.
You know, a couple weeks ago when Justin and Belle were trying to get Steve off, or Justin was trying to prosecute Steve, and I felt like it was two morons going at it in the.
Justin and Belle?
Uh-huh.
How dare you talk about Belle like that?
By the way, one person I forgot to mention on our Emmy recap about beauty.
Yeah.
Martha.
Oh, she looked
At
beautiful.
the Emmys, she looked like a Barbie doll.
She did.
She looked so pretty.
She's amazing.
I love Martha. I love her personally and professionally. She's this great girl.
I never met her, but when you
met her?
bump into someone from the show and you're like, hi, like an old friend.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, you look
Well,
so
we
pretty.
know her, and she's just super sweet.
She was super
and
sweet.
very down to earth.
Yeah,
Very
she was
down to
humble.
earth.
I complimented her
Very
when
down
she
to earth.
took
But
it.
she looked beautiful. She did.
Yeah, she did.
James, you want to tell us a little bit about Hope?
There is no hope. Okay, kids. Everybody's been tweeting me.
This is your moment.
This is my moment.
To get us. I'm gonna have a pizza roll.
Okay, it's my moment. I have a rant, a gigantic rant. I have a big rant. I said the Mark J. Freeman role will be played by me today. Okay. Oh, hi, Leah. Nice to see you too. Okay. I tune in and I go, okay, her and Rafe are like kissy, romantic. I should have got that far already.
Yeah, it happened quick.
Okay, happened quick. So Mama Hernandez says something that I was thinking when she was talking to JJ and Gabby. She's like, and she has 2 dead ex-husbands. I was like, hello? Because Days has always kept pushing the time. It was yesterday. Bo died at Thanksgiving. Like, everything was, so like to me, I'm like, didn't you lose 2 men you loved like a few months ago?
That's what I was thinking
Like
too. Yeah.
2 days apart.
Right. So it's like, I mean,
now she's
because
right.
because Bo was the love of your life. That's one. But then you were in love with Aiden.
Mm-hmm.
I never bought that she was actually in love with Aiden.
I think she was. I think
See,
so.
I
did.
don't know.
I think she
I'm
was.
Team Hayden.
Because my thing is,
Definitely.
I don't mind.
You're Rope?
I'm more Bo and Hope.
Okay, that's not
But
an option
if I had to
because
choose,
he's dead.
If I had to choose between Aiden and Hope or Rafe and Hope, Rafe and Hope.
Oh, we're done.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Okay, you.
Well, see,
Who
for
do
me,
you want to
well, it doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't even matter about that. For me, I have no problem with her moving on with one. I like Rafe and I liked Aiden. They're both 2 leading men. They're both good. I think she had chemistry with both of them. But I think it's completely too fast. I was like, let her grieve after 2. Let her be alone for a while.
Yeah,
Cheese and crackers. I know it's a soap opera. And
What is she going to do?
I can write 10 storylines.
Kill more Damaras?
Right. Okay, not that. I'm signing a board for that. I'm saying there's many things she could do. She could deal with her daughter, be a mother for a while. Deal with her son, Sean Douglas, is running around there somewhere. Like, where is he? I don't see any scenes of those
He's
two
on
together.
a stakeout with crazy.
Don't even get.
So I'm like, there's many storylines you could do at Hope. Actually, they can write storylines. Do something with Doug. Like maybe have him go through something interesting and go that direction.
Wait, Hope and Doug?
No, it's not for. I mean, her father. I'm saying like, go do a family story. Do something like that. Be more involved with Jennifer.
Don't those bore you though?
No, if they're done right, they don't bore me. Actually, to tell you the truth.
I just feel like I haven't seen them.
Right,
I just feel like I haven't seen them do it right in so long.
Well, there you go. But I'm saying, but if they're done right, they can be really well done. It can be fine. But I think they're ruining my girl.
Did you have something to say?
Can I just want to say no. I'm just the one good thing about Hope's situation is that she's finally back at her own freaking house.
Do you want the last one?
Heavens no. I would just have to throw it up. But right? She's not on Jennifer's anymore.
Which
That thrilled me.
That lasted way too long.
I was literally to the TV going, yes, please, pack the boxes, go. Get in your house.
Either. It's a Horton house.
Sierra was like, I'm just tired of being a Jennifer's. We are too, Sierra.
We are too. We're tired of you looking at the couch, Sierra.
They're all Matthew's on a roll tonight.
Meanwhile, she moved out and hasn't had a vision since.
Not since, see? Step one, move out of the house that it happened in.
Oh, okay.
You moved out of the house that would burn down the day after it happened, but
Right.
we're going to stay here for a week or two
And torture
her.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, Marianne Wallace says something that I agree she could do. Another storyline. Hope killed a man. Let her deal with that too. That could
Yeah.
be a storyline also.
That's true.
If done right, it could be really.
But would you mourn that? If you killed the man who caused that much torture, I'd be like, he's done. Let's move on.
Make you a little crazy? I'm like, I mean, you'd be kind of confused. Like, I love this man. He tried to kill me. Like, I mean, when Aiden showed up at the end of the episode on Friday, I was like, no.
If you look at my interview with Christian Alfonso on the red carpet at the Daytime Emmy Awards, you can actually find it on the Dishin Days YouTube site. I asked Christian about her character and all the stuff that she was going through, and she rattled off a list, and the list is it's a long list of things that have happened in the past 2 months with her.
Hello?
Yeah, everything from her husband's dying, plural, to daughter being raped.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot that she went through.
And people are agreeing with me. They agree with me. More family stuff. I mean, that's what Days is about. Also about the multi-generational family story. I want it. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I just think that they could. I just think that this is a little. I mean, and the whole blow wrong thing. Bo gave his blessing before that. He kind of told Rafe like, watch out. I'm like, watch out for her, yeah, but like, let's do a slow build to this. Like, I don't mind him pining after her, but like her just going, I love you too. I was like, you are a crazy talk.
I will say this.
I don't know.
Maybe, and it may be because you haven't tuned in a while that it seems sudden. I don't feel like it's been sudden. I feel like when it happened, I was like, okay, I'm okay with this now.
I am too.
Like, I feel like there was an adequate amount of time. Because there was always the innuendos and stuff were always there, and there was the thing with Bo saying, you know, I want him to look after you, blah, 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 this and that. And I think Bo would have done the same thing with Aiden had the situation been different. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he would have been happy with her having somebody to watch after her and that cared about her and stuff like that, had he seen the real Aiden and all that. But I generally
he's still going.
I don't know. I think it was good. I think it was a good amount of time.
Oh, you do? I disagree.
So you know how sometimes on Days of Our Lives, it's almost like they don't get it right with who they pair people with. Like with they were trying to make Jennifer and Daniel happen, and then it ended up being Daniel and Nicole, and it could have also been Nicole and Eric, but it ended up being Nicole and Daniel. I feel like
said Daniel's name 3 or 4 times, and I don't know if you've read your contract when joining Dishin Days that you do not say his name
ever.
Yes, we call him DJ Ware now.
DJ Ware.
God, I lost my train of thought. But I feel like it's the same thing.
The bad pairings. You're talking about the bad pairings.
The bad pairings, and I feel like personally, I didn't love the Hayden link, and I feel like they kind of keep getting it wrong with Hope, and I feel like for this one with Rafe, he loves her. Like, I think that you were always worried about Aiden's motives when it came to Hope because he was scheming behind her back. But I think that Rafe actually loves Hope, which is why I'm #rope.
Okay, here's what I have to say, though. Because I really feel like Aiden happened naturally.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think that was a plan. I don't think that they brought that character on to pair with Hope.
I agree.
I think they just had a chemistry, and we responded to it as fans, and they actually listened and made that happen. Rafe was forced on us, in my opinion.
I agree.
It went like, okay, we need to have this other person since Bo's leaving the show and blah, blah, this and that. We need to have and I get that. So that's, I think, part of the reason why I'm more Team Hayden than I am Team Rose.
How are you ever Team Hayden, though? That's what I don't understand.
I
He
agree.
tried to kill her.
Not at first,
but
not
that
at
was
first.
not at first.
Not at first. I
What do
totally
you
agree
mean,
with that.
but not at first?
No,
Yeah, maybe not at first he tried to kill her, but he still ended up trying to kill her. How are you still trying to find?
No, we're saying that we're saying that we can see there was a slow build over the last year or so.
But yeah, that's very recent. That
Yeah.
wasn't the beginning.
Yeah, that wasn't the beginning.
When they were
The kids are
pathetically
fighting.
ballroom dancing together.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god. Yes.
And 3, 4, 5,
Yes.
6, 7, 8.
But no, I'm saying I believe Hayden also because it was a slow build. The kids are fighting, Sierra, and then they became friends.
It was first about the kids, and I think that was the genuine story.
And then it was about Aiden and his past first,
Right?
And Hope trying to okay, what's going on,
right?
And for me, I just felt that was more believable. Yeah, and after he tried to kill her, you know, the story.
And again, he was blackmailed into
By
doing
Damaris.
this, which we are going to find out he actually didn't do. And walked away from it, which is who called it, by the way, said it was a doppelganger. And I still think that the son, Chase, is a doppelganger too.
Where's he been?
Because there's no way. Because there has to be a Sierra triangle, and I just feel like Chase being a doppelganger too makes the most sense. Because if you're gonna have. There's no way she's going to go back to him after what happened. So I feel like it has to be a completely different person.
So you'll make a triangle, I guess, out of it.
Out of the kids. Yeah. Out of Sierra and Theo and Chase. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think when I saw Aiden back, I was like, okay. I mean, Darren Cosgrove, I love. I mean, he's great. But I'm just like,
yeah.
I just want them to focus on my girl a little differently. I don't know.
Which girl?
Hope, my girl. Whenever I say my girl's Hope. Always on the show.
Spoken.
Always. Even they know when I say my girl, they know it's Hope. Rest.
And we know.
Oh, well, don't we just have the
that your girl is Greg.
I do.
Right.
You say girl. So anyway, so that's enough of that story.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out what's going on. I guess you'll find out what's going on.
Yep.
And the next one, I had another eye roll. Clark, Summer, Dario, Teresa, Brady, and Am. First I want to say, because Jen's my girl. Hi, Jen, mother girl, Jen Lilly.
Love.
I love her to death. She looked great on these episodes. Oh my god, hair tossed and cute little outfits, and she was working it out.
And her eyes are this big.
Yeah, I know. I love her big eyes.
Beautiful.
I love her big eyes. She's beautiful. This started off like, okay, here we go again. My little rant. Why don't we have one of Maggie's other daughters on the show, like Sarah? Which you could make a whole new character out of that because the chick wasn't on for 100 years.
Yeah.
Or like Melissa. Like Summer, Cindy, whatever the F her name is. I was just like, I don't give.
You know she's not staying.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, she's
Girl,
not.
bye.
She's
Thank you.
In the new round of
Bye,
exit.
Felicia.
Yeah, bye. And the thing is, Marie Wilson, I like her, and I liked her in As the World Turns. I liked her in Port Charles. I mean, she's a great actress. I just do not care about this storyline. Like this Clark guy, and now he hit his head, and he's dead, and they cover up another. Salem covers up
That
so
might
many
have been
murders.
Days of Our Lives' quickest death. He knocked
God.
on the door.
That's it. He did.
Knocked on the door and then got pushed into the armoire and what wasn't the armoire? It was
the linen cart.
Yes.
He was like,
No,
he
yeah,
was
put
like,
in the linen
he was like, go out in the hallway and see if you can find a linen cart. And she was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then she comes back and she's got a linen cart. When? That was painful to me. I was like, oh, that's going to be my disaster moment of the week. It
funny.
wasn't, but it could have been.
What though? Here's the one thing about this whole situation, though, that I was very, very pleased with was that Jen, Lily, Teresa
was smart.
Called out Brady on his hero complex.
Yes.
Because I literally am just getting so annoyed with him trying to help this person. It's like, pay attention to your wife for a second. You know what I mean?
And he's still
I was
left.
so glad that she
he
did that.
still left though to go patch things up with Summer, and then when he got there, he thought that he had walked in pretty much on the tryst between Summer and Dario.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, Cindy and Dario.
Cindy.
Ugh, get a life, girlfriend.
I know. I was like, well, they're agreeing with us. They actually like us, me and Mike. They're agreeing with us. I just think, again. I love that Teresa stood up to him and was like, no, I'm not the one who's crazy this time. But the way he gave $50,000 to her and without asking any questions, and just like, really, Brady, that's what you do? I mean, so maybe it's a hero. I mean, I don't know. That whole storyline bugs me too. And I was just like,
You know
whatever.
what I loved? That we
Ann
got to
came on.
see Ann Melbauer
I know.
on Friday's episode.
Really?
I love her.
I love her too.
Yeah.
And she's great also in real life. She's really great.
Yeah, she
was
she's
very
nice.
nice.
She's
She
funny.
is.
She's
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny with that curly hair. It was a fun scene sitting there too. She's like, "Hello, Google's there's your best friend. Like, look on the internet." Mm-hmm.
I was kept thinking though because she kept calling John, so I kept thinking something was gonna like. I don't understand why she kept calling John, and then nothing transpired from
like
that.
you said, he dropped.
So I that kind of confused me.
Because John got the call later. We're talking about Marlene, and we'll talk about that later. He's like, Teresa keeps calling me. It sounds kind of serious, but you know how she is. I'm like, well, I mean, we'll talk about that storyline.
So, Kimberly Howard wrote, "Stop it, Matthew. No rope."
Thank you, Kimberly. I will say this about Clark. In the short amount of time that he spent on Days of Our Lives, he had 2 potential quotes of the week.
Ooh.
That really made me giggle. One was, he said, "Summer, a good name for a manic depressive."
I know what he said that. Yeah, he did say that.
And then he said, "You make Kurt Cobain seem upbeat."
That's a good one too.
I was laughing.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
was like, I kind of like you,
No,
Clark.
that was a good one.
I kind of want you to stick
They
around.
should have killed him. Something else.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna stay around for a while, and there's some stuff going on here. But so I don't know. I just, it's just. And if they're gonna try to say it's still Daniel's heart in him that makes him go towards the summer, I'm done.
Yeah,
Done.
The other thing I liked, I don't know, we didn't really touch on this with the Deimos thing, is that Deimos offered Nicole a job with Titan, and it's I'm kind of confused as to the hierarchy. So it's Titan, Basic Black, and DJ Wear.
Do you find that confusing?
It's confusing.
Yeah, I was a little confused on how all that worked. But what what was really funny was something Teresa said when Nicole was trying to pitch it to her and Brady, and she's talking about Kate and Deimos, and she's like, calling them snakes would be an insult to snakes.
Yes.
That was really funny.
Teresa was on this week. She was
on this week.
She was really on.
this week.
She did.
I like that
Generally.
too, Mark.
That was for generally.
Like
That was for
Come on, James.
Yeah, Jen, of course.
All of us at the same time. Let's do it. Come on, Mark.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Someone saw, please fix the skunk on Summer's hair. Fix the roots. Ooh, Dad, I didn't look at her hair. I was looking
Summer's
at her hair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's kind of like the new thing, though.
Yeah, it is
Everyone's
kind of
got a
thing,
little
yeah.
thing. So
Deimos offered Nicole Basic Black a subsidiary of Titan. So that's how it goes.
Right.
Titan, Basic Black, DJ is what would
and
be
DJ, because she even said, because Teresa says, so we're answering to Kate again. Right?
Yeah.
So, which is, I don't know, this whole, how all this has happened since the new writer started has been kind of
confusing,
weird to me. They gave, I don't know, just all everything keeps changing hands, and I'm just like, make a decision
back
and go
to
with
the
it.
same people. For 5 minutes, they escaped Kate's grip, and now they're back in it, or potentially back in it. I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Days of Our Lives for the time when Nicole and Kate had feud.
Oh yeah.
And so I am wanting to see them go at it. I want to see them have heated. I love Nicole. I mean, I love Kate too.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to watch them just go head to head.
We got 2 great actresses and they have a lot of history on the show.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just like, this storyline now got a murder mystery of some no name and.
Oh, who cares about him, right?
I know.
Yeah.
So that's what's gonna happen there. Anyway.
So I think this is the part of the show where we talk about Billy Flynn.
One moment before we.
God. If you want to talk about Eric, I'm done.
I can't stand him.
I'm sorry. I just got a text from my girl. Lucretia won't be on my show today. She can't make. She's stuck on the 5.
Whatever, Lucretia.
Stuck on the 5. I'm stuck on the 5. She's driving from San Diego.
Let's all evil eye Lucretia into the camera.
Go ahead, say what you were going to say, and then I want to know, will you gather some intel on what their fans are saying about these storylines? But go ahead, Matt, first. You were going to say something.
I don't know. You interrupted me.
I interrupted you. I was trying to talk about Billy, and then you interrupted me, so I thought it was only fair that I interrupt you.
Jeez.
Oh, when Summer tried to clean up the blood, Clark's blood.
And he just pulled the rug over it? I thought that was genius, personally.
But did you see?
I was like, good girl.
She grabbed a clean paper towel, and then they must have done a cut where she grabbed one that had sopped up, and it was like fluorescent red.
It's daytime, girl.
Magic marker. It was magic marker.
It's daytime. It's daytime.
That's all.
James Lott Jr., what are they, as everyone saying about
The thing is, a lot of people are completely torn. Either they hate rope or they like rope. I'm seeing lots of no to rope and this and no and rope this and no rope and oh my god and hate no. It's like everybody's in the same feel like I am. Just that Hope is being. It's not true to her nature. Bo was love of her life, and we even will buy her and Aiden together. But they messed that up now, so I think it might because it's kind of rushed.
Well, I'll say that I did a online poll or Twitter poll and I didn't put Bo in there because I didn't want it because I knew that would just blow everything out of the water. So I kept it Hope and Aiden, or Hope and Rafe.
Yeah.
And Hope and Aiden won, but it wasn't by as much as I thought it was going to be.
There was a poll done by another Soaps 411 or whatever. It was no or yes to Rope, and it was 83% no and like 17% yes.
Oh, really?
That was done 2 days ago.
Okay.
So I think people are just
mine's mostly just people that.
But my thing is, I think there's a whole contention of just like, we need to see Hope either it's like everybody wants to see her in other storyline, like just other storyline, take care of her daughter, or like just like be there for her son, and it's kind of like give her this. All these men are too much maybe for people. I think it's too jarring. I think, and that's what seems like I can hear what they're saying. People like Anne, of course. People are glad Clark wasn't around too long. Most people do not like Summer's character. They're not a fan at all.
She can get going.
They think DJ Ware is the most low rent name.
I think so
don't
too.
even too.
I know. They asked me, do I like? I said I can accept Rope only if there was time passed. They were asking if I liked Rope or not. I think it's too soon. Why don't they keep all the companies separate? It's so dumb to merge them together.
Yeah.
Love Rope. Will he move the pizza roll / moons for her? Oh, he would move the pizza roll / moons for her. You guys need to post more polls on Dishin Days handle.
Okay.
That's you guys. Okay.
We can do that. That's easy peasy.
And they're saying happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Thank you.
So speaking of Hope and her child and all this, Sierra is now going to be a live-in in the DiMera.
I don't mind that.
My best friend Brian sent me a message the other day, and he said that he thinks that this is the early workings of them trying to pair up Chad with Sierra.
I hope not.
I think there's something going on there. I don't know that that's necessarily it, but there's definitely something happening while he's moving in there. However, I will say this. Kudos to Claire when Sierra said to her about getting a place together. Claire was like, so you think your babysitting money and my YouTube money is going to pay for an apartment?
Yes,
I was like,
good.
You literally just took the words right out of my mouth. As she was saying it, I was thinking it, and then Claire's response. I was like, perfect. So, but Abby's out.
Is Abigail done?
She's not done. I don't think. I think we're still going to see some more of her. But he's just going and visiting her and stuff. So we saw a little bit of that this week, and she's kind of going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I don't want to see Abby leave. I know that I have to face facts, but I love her. I love Kate Mansi.
But I will say this: whoever gets cast as Abby next is going to have a lot to work with. Yeah. So I think it's probably just trying to find that right person, and hopefully they will. Hopefully
they need to hire a smart actress for this role.
I'm available.
Yeah, someone's scared that they do that. They'll ruin that actress too. Like they hire smart actresses, and they don't write them well. Sorry, Melissa Archer, my girl. They did not do her justice. They didn't do Chriselle Stauss justice.
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
They robbed Chriselle.
They did. They didn't do her justice.
Maybe Chriselle will come back as Abby.
How funny.
No, she's playing Bethany on YNR. If you were paying attention.
What was that?
I don't know who's.
I don't know.
Days.
But you know what I mean. Like they bring on great actresses sometimes these roles, but they don't write them correctly. They don't do anything with them. Like, these are girls who are proven talents who can act.
Yeah.
And they just don't do it. My thing with this is, hi, I'm the Look Who's Related guy historian. Sierra, next time you mention Thomas, he's your cousin.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, some baby I'm watching. This is your cousin. This is my cousin I'm watching.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Well, I'll get skewed because you forget that isn't Sierra is Claire's aunt.
Yeah, and I think Marlena said something earlier this week where it almost appeared as though she didn't know there was a relationship between a familial relationship. Ooh, familial with Claire and Sierra.
Was that on your word of the day calendar? He's like, check that box.
Okay, well, I'll say on the same note, I kept getting jarring when Justin's like, Uncle Damos. I'm like, aren't you guys the same age?
He's like, it's before 8 p.m. and I got my word in. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it was kind of jarring for me. Like, you're seeing Uncle Damos, and Justin's like the same, has like more gray hair than he does.
I did think it was odd that he called him.
But he is his uncle. We kept saying it over and over again. I mean, I have an uncle who's my age, so I totally get it. I come up around all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of, I do kind of as a funny joke.
Yeah.
But it's like, it was kind of like, he goes, oh, who's this baby? Oh, this is a baby I watch. I'm like, this is my cousin Thomas.
Yeah.
It's just me. I have a little thing like that. I hope they don't do anything. I hope they don't put them together.
We'll see.
They would do an Abigail.
So then I'm assuming that's a thumbs down for
yes,
Sierra and Billy.
As we say on Shark Tank, I'm out.
Okay. Matthew, what would you think of Sierra and Chad pairing?
At this moment in time, I wouldn't like it because I still feel like we haven't explored Sierra and Theo enough.
Okay. Well, but he could be a triangle.
Oh, that would be a weak triangle.
Uncle, nephew.
I think it would be weak.
That's right, because Theo and Chad. Yep.
Uncle and nephew.
And also, do we think anything is going to continue on with this Mark character?
Oh, speaking of Mark McNair, which we have a last name for now.
Yes.
So the father came in, and I'm sitting there watching the show, and I'm like, why does he look so familiar to me?
Do you do drag with him?
No, his name is Todd Waring. The actor's name is Todd Waring. He's actually in a show at my theater right now.
Oh, how funny! Oh my god!
They actually closed today. Today was their closing performance.
Wow.
But he was in a show with Andrea Evans.
Oh my god!
He was the father.
Oh, he's
That's
the
the same guy.
I didn't even look.
And it was so funny because like halfway through his scene, I'm like watching this thing, and I'm like, I know this guy, and I kept thinking he was like a different character on Days, but that's why he was familiar to me.
Okay.
And then I kept looking, and I was like, oh my god, that's Todd. Like he's in the box office with me all the time, talking to me and my coworker all the time. And so I want to give a shout out to Todd.
Yes.
You did a fantastic job.
Yes, we saw the
he
show.
did do a fantastic job.
Yeah, I thought he did great. I really did.
That's so funny.
I'm going to send him a link to this so he can. I told him after when I saw him, I was like, so, Mister.
Yes.
Here I am sitting in my living room watching Days of Our Lives, and who do I see? And he goes, "Oh, that's right. I did do Days of Our Lives. That was like 5 months ago." And I was like, "Yep, that's about it.
That's about it.
That's the right show." So shout out to Todd.
And I will say, Abby Kate Mansi did a great job.
She always does.
I would give it to her. She did a great job. I will say, I was like, wow, these scenes are. And my girl, Anne-Marie Johnson. I was like, oh my God, Anne-Marie Johnson, who I loved on What's Happening Now back in the 80s and Girlfriends back in the 2000s. I'm a fan of her work, and I was happy to see her, another brown face on daytime TV.
Yeah. I have a few. I got this vibe watching her.
You knew who she was?
No, I knew her.
She was on Melrose Place, the original Melrose Place.
She used to be the vice president or secretary of SAG.
Yes.
So when I joined SAG, she was at a lot of the meetings.
Yeah.
She was like leading the meetings.
Yeah,
and stuff,
I'm glad to see her. I was glad to see her. She did a good job. But I was like, oh my God, Marie Johnson.
I just have a feeling though she's not done. Like I feel like they're going to keep her around.
I think so too.
Yeah, me too.
I just got that vibe. I don't know why.
There's something you mentioned the Kate Mansi's powerful scenes in the hospital room. So 2 weeks ago,
Are those
the week
ones
that
with Billy or without Billy?
without actually.
Yes. She did a great job without.
She did do a great job. So you know how she was.
Well, he really has elevated her.
So things have not changed since I left 2.5 months ago. Okay, got it.
So anyway, with Kate Mansi, she wanted to make a phone call. She wanted to call Billy Flynn, a.k.a. Chad. And she was like, I just need my cell phone. I need to call my husband. And they were like, you need to calm down.
But that's in her defense, I get the same way when I need to text Billy.
So she was
Where's my phone?
She was frantic for her phone, and what my disaster was going to be last week was the fact that there was a phone in her room next to her bed the whole time.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
I actually thought the same thing too. So that's
No, he didn't.
Some people are mentioning in the chat room, those of us who are General Hospital fans, the new Abby should be Julie Marie Berman. She's won several Emmys as Lulu Spencer when she was on there, and she's a great actress. I agree with you guys. I can see her as
I need
Abby.
to see a picture of her.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I think they should.
What's her name?
Julie Marie
Alexis,
Berman.
will you Google this person?
Julie Marie Berman.
Who's it?
Julie Marie Berman, and throw her picture up on the monitor so I can see
She
what
is
she looks
somebody.
like.
She won several Emmys as Luke and Laura's daughter, the original Lulu.
Right.
They have Emmy Rollins doing it now, but she was so good.
Spencer name, I know.
Yeah, Lulu Spencer, Leslie Lou Spencer, and people are all mentioning her, and I'm like, yes. So
Did I look this up correctly? Is that her?
that's her.
Okay.
That's
Let me
her?
see if I can get the image.
But she's such a great actress. Like she could totally deliver. I mean, completely deliver. And she's around the same age range, I think, too.
Okay. Is she blonde?
And that's what she's blonde.
Yeah,
She's had dark hair. She can do all kind of stuff.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure she's blonde.
Okay.
But everybody's saying yes, yes, yes. I'm like, yes. I think she could totally do it because Emmy Rollins doing a good job right now. So
There she is.
It's taking a little bit.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
but she's around the same age range, same kind of height and weight type, and I think her and Billy Flynn could look really good together.
Well, Billy compliments anybody.
Oh Jesus, there you go.
I was like, I was waiting for it.
I know, as soon as I said that, I was like, as soon as it came out my mouth, I was like,
We should do a poll.
do a poll. Julie, do a poll.
Julie Marie
Berman.
or Heather Lindell.
Oh, Heather, I see. Okay,
I know. I agree. I know what you're going to say.
I don't think you do. What do you think I'm going to say?
I think you're going to say that they should utilize Heather in another capacity other than Abigail.
Yes, but that's not what I was going to say. I want Abby to be blonde. Am I the only one that has
no,
an issue?
I want Abby to be blonde
I
too.
was so annoyed that they let
agree.
her go. I mean, I like Kate, and I don't mind her hair being brown, but I to me, Abigail is
blonde.
Jennifer
It's like if they
is
made
blonde.
Lulu Spencer a brunette.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I really, really hope that she's
agree.
blonde.
I agree.
I know that's petty, but
I'm afraid that they're going to find some actress and make her Abigail, like someone we don't know, which is okay. Give someone a chance.
Yeah, depends, yeah.
But I'm afraid it's just going to. I don't want it to be some stupid girl.
Were you? Did
Do you know what I mean?
Did you watch by chance our interview with Lauren Kozlow when we interviewed her? And I know I keep going back to this, and I go back to this a lot. Her point about we were talking about her taking over the role, and
right.
her perspective of it was that, like, in theater, there have been thousands upon thousands of performances of Hamlet and thousands of Hamlets. So it's just your interpretation of that character. So that's how she took it, was, I'm not going to try and do what Deborah Adair did. I'm just going to be my interpretation of it. So I don't think anyone expects it to be what Kate Mancy's doing. I think we all just generally want it to be a new, fresh take on her.
Absolutely. And it was hard for me. I mean, I was a boy when they went from Deborah to Lauren. I loved Deborah. So
I even told Lauren, I was like, you don't know, I was having issues when I heard they were recasting.
Yeah.
I was 1,000% Deborah Adair.
Deborah's fantastic.
And then I told her, you can in the video, you see me say it to her, and I said, it like 2 or 3 scenes in, I was like,
I see you.
I think I'm kind of digging this one. I'm okay. It's different, but I'm kind of digging it.
Do you remember on All My Children when they recast Greenlee?
Yes.
And
hated it.
On which show?
All My Children.
hated
They
it.
recast Rebecca Budig with Sabine Singh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I pronounced her name
you said it
correctly.
Days of Our Lives. Okay.
I'm sorry. We've been talking about General Hospital the entire time. And if you're just tuning in, this is not the GH report. This is Dishin Days.
Just turn it. It's the champagne talking.
No, but see, and I'm not knocking.
I'm like on 3 hours of sleep too.
Not knocking Sabine, but her as Greenlee was not Rebecca Budig as Greenlee, and it wasn't as enjoyable to watch.
No. And people are saying in here, Mark, Billy was a recast, was unknown. So
I know. And I said that. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the Chad character anyway.
I wasn't either.
Prior to that,
Chad was the one who got shot at TBD, right?
I don't know. That was also a point too where I didn't watch a lot.
Yeah,
and I fast forwarded through a lot because of certain.
But the character was Chad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that Chad. I was like, all right.
I mean, it was okay. I'm not putting him down, but
sometimes the recasts are better than the original. I agree.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And Billy would be one of them.
Definitely.
I think they're different. I like.
They are different.
They're just different.
But Sabine and Rebecca were different too.
One was good, one was bad. I'm sticking to that story.
Really
I'm sticking to that one.
Someone's birthday, and they're talking their mind.
Mm-hmm.
One set of characters that I care zero about, we'll cover really quickly. Belle and Sean. Next, we have.
So what about Belle and Sean do you not like? Belle and Sean or Belle and Philip?
Belle
and Sean.
Oh well, this says Belle and Sean.
Yeah.
I
don't know. In my head, I
was
heard
thinking Philip too.
Yeah. And I think that's what you meant.
I did.
Yeah.
I did mean Belle and Philip, but this says Belle and Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, I love. Belle is a nag, through and through. You're never there, and you're a bad father, and oh, now you're pointing fingers. I'm like, shut up. Am I wrong?
You are.
Yeah, I think you are.
I like Belle.
I'm calling her Belle with balls.
Yes.
Because I just feel like she's a woman now.
Yes,
and she even,
I agree.
there was a line, I think this week or last week, where she said, we're not teenagers anymore. We're adults
she did
now.
say that.
And I love that they said that, because it really generates, and I'm really annoyed that they're getting rid of her and Brandon Beaver. I'm like, literally
completely
annoyed.
Because
I just feel like I just love watching her. I think that her choices are amazing. I think that whether their choices are just natural talent, I don't know. But I really enjoy watching her. I don't know that I necessarily care about what happens with her and Philip, but I do like John Paul as Philip.
Me too.
So
Me too.
I feel like they're just not being given, because I
agree.
think if they were given the proper stuff, you would change your mind.
But there's folks who agree with Matthew. They don't like Belle.
Side note,
Can you flag all them and kick them out of the room?
Alexander Hughes said, off topic, does Matthew watch GH? Sometimes he seems to know who is who and other times he doesn't. I'm just wondering. Alexander, I know who characters are in certain storylines. I watched General Hospital back in the 90s when it was like Vanessa Marcil as Brenda Barrett. So I watched for like 3 or 4 years, and I loved it. I tune in here and there very infrequently, but I do know who a lot of the actors are because a lot of them have been on Days, or back in the 90s I used to follow up on who was who, and their faces and names that just have been on the scene since for the most part. And I've also worked on the different sets, a couple of them, so I do my research and I know who is who.
Right.
If that clarified.
Cool.
Back to me, and then who else? That face was priceless.
I don't think there's really much more to talk about with Belle and Sean, but I do think, and I'm going to defend myself, I think if they were given better material, you would change your mind.
I have to say, before we gloss over this, we have to quickly talk about Lonnie and Sean.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
You had an issue.
I have a feeling like something's not mentally right with Lonnie. I don't know if that's
seriously?
how I think that's how
like
they're
she's
writing
gonna
her.
be in
Like
the room next to Abigail.
Perhaps because something doesn't add up to me about how she took him on this stakeout that we weren't sure if it was real and we weren't sure if it was fake.
But then it was.
And then it turned out to be that there was something fishy going on next door. Mm-hmm. And someone died. And she's throwing herself at Sean in the scene of the crime. And he's like, "Are you all right? Someone died right here, and you think this is hot?" And she's like trying to unbutton his shirt, and she's like,
that was before.
No, it was after. It was before and after. She pulled him. He actually said to her, "Someone died right there."
Oh yeah.
And she's like unbuttoning his shirt, and she's like, "I don't know. I just think there's something really romantic." And he was like, "I don't really agree."
Yeah,
it's bizarre. So I don't know if they're writing her as crazy or if it just happens to be crazy writing.
Here's what I'm going to say about this. I just open my arms.
Go on, Tony.
And take what
Tony
they
Jr.
give me.
Go on, Tony Jr.
And Lonnie's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
There you go. There you go.
That was,
Paranormal just said Cocoa Puffs on Days of Our
Yeah, he just said it.
We got it all in for you, Tony.
Marion Wallace just said Lonnie is just horny. Bingo.
Well, I mean,
and crazy.
You gotta get it. You gotta get it.
Sean was in front of me, I might be a little.
I saw him also. I was like, "Oh, you're striking, striking."
Speaking of, I went the other day to Yogurt Stop in West Hollywood, and we're sitting there, and I look up, and there's Nadia Bjorlin, pregnant as ever, walking right in front of me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I tapped my husband. I was with my husband. And I was like, "Oh my god, she's from Days of Our Lives." He's like, "Go say hi." I'm like, "No." I think she was getting her car washed because there's a car wash right there. And she walked by, and then she walked by again, and then like 2 days later, she had the baby. So I was like, "Oh my god!" So we'll get into that later.
She was like, "Mom, someone's following me."
Yeah, I know. Like,
she's one of the nicest people.
Crazy guy from AfterBuzz.
I've hung out with her before. She's very nice.
She's sweet. I've met her a couple times.
Yeah, she's very nice.
But I do want to talk about Jade and Joey because Jade truly is one of my new and Joey for me is now
I love Joey.
Up a whole nother notch.
Yes.
With the two of them together.
I like him.
I loved that he took the jacket. I love the vision of them getting on that motorcycle to leave together.
He's Patch.
I just love it. I genuinely am. I literally caught myself smiling at the TV. I was that enjoying it.
Well, like I said, I really don't know her.
And she has the last name.
He's a bad boy in the making.
Right. Like I don't really know her, so I was like, okay, that's cute. I liked his scenes with his parents, each of his parents.
I really do think
being conflicted a little bit, the tear in the eyes. Just like saying, "I know you, I love you, Mom. I love you." I was like, I
loved it too.
I loved that part. I was like, James Lott Jr, who was on my last show with me, great guy, and he's
so nice.
Such a good actor. He's such a good actor.
Yeah, and
I think so too.
It's Jade Michaels now.
Oh, Jade Michaels,
we do have a last name.
So
because Kayla called the jail and said Jade Michaels.
That's right. So someone said, you know how we're not really seeing her parents,
right?
And they're non-existent as far as we can tell. Mm-hmm. Someone said to me, I wonder if it's going to be revealed that Jade's mother is Ava.
How funny.
Did you say this before? I feel like somebody said this already. Who was I talking to? Somebody mentioned that to me as well.
Can we have some dun-dun?
Dun-dun-dun.
They're all rumor is Jade is Stephen Ava's kid. Yuck. That's what I wrote.
Steve and Ava's? Okay, that's just plain nasty.
That'd be
They
nasty.
can't do that.
They can't do that.
Well, crazier things
I
have
can see
happened.
her
Yeah,
being
things have happened.
Ava's. Like,
Yeah.
I bet you she's like the parents that she talks about are like adoptive parents, and
They're all Joey and Jade are not the new Steve and Kayla.
oh really?
Steve and Kayla are the best Days of Our Lives couple ever.
I mean, they have to start somewhere, and I'm 100% behind Jade and Joey. 100%.
Very good.
So
Then we got Steve, Kayla, and Finn. I got questions on that one.
go ahead.
So are Finn and Kayla? Does Finn like Kayla? Is what's going on?
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think Kayla's aware yet.
Yeah,
that he's
that's
in
what
She
Right.
doesn't. Yeah.
He's lucky Patch hasn't knocked his face
Oh, really?
off yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
What did he say the other day? He was like, "Wait, did I write it
He
down?"
invited her to dinner and stuff. And I'm like, what's going on between those two?
He told Steve to back off.
I don't know why I keep calling him Patch, though.
Did I write
really
it
both doesn't
down?
matter, Patch Steve. But just like, so Finn went that direction to Kayla, not to any one of the other people.
Somebody in the chat room, you guys watching the chat room, I want somebody to tell me because Steve said something about Finn. He said something like something about the dingo or something.
Oh, wait a minute.
You need to put a short leash on your dingo or something like that because Finn was getting that.
Wait a minute. So they're saying that my boy, Rial Andrews, who played Marcus Taggart on General Hospital for years, and I interviewed, is going to be Jade's father. He's coming on this week. He's coming on Days of Our Lives this week. And so he's going to be, and he's black.
Oh, really?
So interesting. We'll see what they do.
Okay.
He's light skinned black. I'm curious to see
Well,
what he does.
I'm trying to say, I'm wondering if she's adopted.
That could be it.
Yeah,
There's a
and then
certain
that
chat
could
room.
be Ava is the
Mother.
real mother.
Not like you said.
And I did call Finn and Kayla.
You did? Okay.
By the way,
It's hard to say that you called it when nothing's actually happened, except he's a little
a
protective.
couple
Don't you
weeks
think,
ago.
James? Thank you.
No, a couple weeks ago, I said I think they're gonna pair Finn with Kayla.
Oh.
I said that on the show.
So when I left, I
can
never
deny it all you want,
never
Matthew.
I never thought
Evan
of
Paine.
I never thought
Pain in my ass.
I never thought those two would be together. I just never
Are
thought.
we in second grade?
Oh, geez, let's just separate you two. Turn his
Yes.
car around. Finn is useless. Why is he on the show? All right. I just thought. I mean, I just completely thought he's gonna go with like somebody else.
You know what? I called Rafe and Hope.
Thank you, Alexis.
Like,
I think that was from
You're
me,
welcome,
not
Mark
you.
J. Freeman.
Oh, by the way, I'm backtracking. When Summer opened the hotel room door when Clark showed up, as she was opening the door, she was singing and humming the song that used to play when Brady would have his visions of her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was. So
You pay a lot
I know.
closer
I didn't pay
attention than I
all
do.
that.
I want everyone to look back at that episode.
I'm sure I was making pizza rolls. All right, so now let's get to this situation that we actually had a little heated discussion
Yes.
prior to even going on air about this. So let's talk about the Hernandez dinner.
Yes. Lunch. I guess was lunch.
They have a new kitchen, which is
Yes.
Maggie's old kitchen, which we've
Yes.
discussed. We do believe it's the same set.
La Cocina.
Yes.
Adriana,
Verdad.
yeah,
Yes.
Adriana and Eduardo are kind of cutting onions together and making love.
It was very ghost. It was very ghost.
Yeah,
He's like
very
kind of this
ghost.
way. He's behind her.
And everybody
very
had dinner
ghost.
together, and everybody
lunch.
had chicken and rice and beans and tostadas. So, James Lott Jr., go ahead and defend them because I
Yes.
was a little annoyed that they were being so stereotypical.
Okay, as the half Latino on the panel, I did not feel it was stereotypical. I felt it was very authentic. Actually, they weren't tostadas. They were
Tamales.
They were tamales. It's a lot of things in Latino culture. You're centered around food. And about making a lot of the matriarchs of the family, it's all about making food, and that's what brings people together. And it was lunchtime when it was set.
Well, I'm not- I'm not
brought-
disputing that.
And I actually loved the scenes between Mama Hernandez and Eduardo because it was very quiet. A. Martinez can do no wrong anyway in my book, and I know you feel the same way. And we've met him in person. He's super soulful and sweet in person. He just gives such a quiet, soulful performance. He's just like a solid actor.
Yeah.
And their scenes get, I was like, I wanted them to kiss. I was totally into it. I was totally in, completely in.
But
Go ahead.
I really liked Eduardo and Kate.
They're good too. They have
So
chemistry too.
that's where I'm having my issue. I don't dislike Adriana and Eduardo.
Right.
I just really liked Kate.
Oh, they're
and
good together.
Eduardo.
They're good
I like Kate and Demos.
together. Ooh, okay.
Another poll, I think.
Another poll.
Get to it.
Get to it. Look at these giving you orders. But anyway, but also the kids coming home and everybody coming together. I mean, it's just, to me, it was very authentic. To me, it was. I love that Dario got mad and went off on the father. I think to me,
Dario was too mad.
no, I think he wasn't too mad. I think it was completely justified.
Too mad.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel
And
about Dario.
I also loved them speaking in Spanglish. I love that.
I didn't mind that. I liked it.
So
I don't know, like just the whole thing with the, I don't know. I really just started going, I don't know. But I guess if you're half Hispanic, so you're saying it wasn't bothering you. Nope. I think my concern was that it's always the white person.
Yeah, I know. Go on, white
saying,
privilege.
That's racist.
White privilege.
Right. I don't know. I just kind of went, is that so? If you say you didn't bother you, then I have to be okay.
People
with
are.
I think Dario is a hypocrite.
Okay.
I think Dario is trying to manipulate. He's trying to con people with Summer/Cindy. And I think that he's a scuzz bucket, and I think that it's hard to, like, you're getting so mad at your father for having a past, and he's trying to better himself now, and he's truly apologetic for his behavior, and now you're trying to rip people off, but you can't forgive your father for doing similar things.
As a father of grown children, kids are always hypocrites. It happens. It happens. Trust me. I have things thrown in my face from my daughters. I love you guys.
Thank you, Mary Kate Pearl. You're awesome too.
And but it happens. If you're a parent, trust me, they will hold you to a different standard than what they do themselves. Completely. It happens. Trust me, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, James and Kate, they work. It's good. I mean, it's great stuff. I mean, A. Martinez can be with anybody. I saw him. I liked him with Eve too. I liked him with everybody. I mean, he's good with everybody. But I felt like, though, they like the sassy Matthew this week. They said, I don't know how you are normally, but they like sassy Matthew. They said.
Who says that
every week?
Mike Bowman said that.
Thank you, Mark.
Mike.
Oh, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
If you're gonna thank him,
Couldn't
say his
find it.
name
I thought
properly.
And his birthday's coming up too. I know that's coming up.
Thank you, Mike.
But he was like, I like sassy Matthew. So I don't know how you are normally.
I don't know. I just kicked something
Ding.
under my chair.
Ring the bell.
It's not the champagne because it's right there.
So anyway, so I think that's enough of that, I guess.
All right.
Because we have.
I don't. Okay. So I'm okay with it. If you're okay with it.
Okay, perfect. Then we have. The,
moving right along.
I just think that they let Eve go too quickly.
Me too. Oh, I totally agree.
Eve.
Yeah, he just mentioned Eve.
Oh yeah, Cassie DePaiva should have been down there longer.
Oh well, yeah, absolutely.
She had many storyline potential.
I don't know where that came from, but okay, I'm agree with that.
Oh, John, Paul, Ari, and Gabby. I love Paul. I love Christopher Sean.
Yeah, I love him.
When his arm started shaking,
did you get worried?
Because I like him. I like him so much, and he looked terrified.
Well, you know what was funny is, and I don't have my notebook; it's in my bag. But when that episode started that day, because they were at the opening of the episode, I think it was the first thing I wrote on my notepad. It was like, doesn't Paul have? Didn't he get hypnotized or something like that? Like I wrote it on my paper.
Brainwashed.
Yeah, brainwashed. That's what I wrote. And then later, then all this started happening. So then I was like, oh, okay, good. Because I was literally going to say, if we had a show last week, I'm like, didn't something happen with Paul? Are we just dropping that? Is that going away? What's going on? Blah, blah. But so at least they're touching on it. But what's interesting is that it's not just going to be, it looks like it's not just Paul. It's Paul and Ari. The baby
Both
Ari has something. So something happened in that. So I wonder if Marlena's going to have something too.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just curious. I was just glad to see John and Paul too. Yeah, like just seeing them on the screen. I'm a fan of that.
Me too.
Caroline Negron says that Hernandez dinner scene made me think, wow, at least we have a new Horton family that's not white. Welcome to a new world.
Yeah, no, I'm all
cool
about
with
that.
that
I don't want to give that impression that
great.
that's my issue, is that they're on the screen. My issue was I felt like it was stereotypical, and I was concerned that was offensive. But if it's not, then that's not. I'm okay with that. And then, okay, so speaking of Marlena, I'm going to kind of just throw in this last thing because
they mentioned the twins.
They mentioned Eric and Sammy.
Yeah,
but the other thing that I'm noticing, and as soon as Belle goes, Marlena's not going to have any more kids on the show.
No. And it's funny that John actually said, my granddaughter Claire. I was like, oh my God, you have a granddaughter.
Yeah.
He actually acknowledged it.
Yeah. And he was like going to go defend.
But he actually acknowledged he had a granddaughter. It's like, geez and crackers. So, but yeah, so no kids. You'll have no kids in the show. It's come on, Days. Come on, Days.
I think that, speaking of Marlena, I think that Sierra needs to go speak with her still. Like they can't just have Sierra not deal with the rape.
I agree.
Yeah. They keep mentioning it. I mean, Hope wanted an answer from Sierra. When are you going to talk to Marlena? And she wouldn't give her one.
Yeah.
I will. I promise I will. But I actually want to see a scene between them.
Because her and Theo kissing, I have always loved you. I think I've always loved you. I was like, what? I just, it was kind of jarring to me, and I'm like, anyway, somebody who's raped would go through a longer time than that. I think also it's the timing that's bugging me on a lot of this show. It was like, because they mention time so much on this show, it's in my brain.
Yeah.
That was a week ago.
Yeah, and I don't know why I feel like it's more so now than it ever used to be too.
Right.
Like I don't know, for some reason now I feel like they're talking about like the timing and everything.
Yes.
One other little quick thing I didn't, it's not written down there, but I wanted to mention because I thought it was kind of funny, was when when Doug and Julie came in and they were talking about the stupid Irish dancers that were staying at the B&B. I don't know what it was about, but I was just like literally going, what is going on right? I don't know. I had to talk about it because I
love them. I love them anyway. I love hanging
ridiculous.
Oh, do you remember how Jade almost threw Joey under the bus? She kind of alluded to the fact that Joey killed Ava.
Yes.
He was like,
it's like, what you want to say, bitch? What are you talking
he
about?
was like, you're next.
But
Don't do it.
Right, hello.
They got through it.
They got through it. I bet I saw the other.
She's got a mouth, though. I think she's going to get him in trouble somewhere down the line.
Yes.
But that's what I like about her. I think that's just me. I like the ones that like speak their mind. You know what I mean? That's why I didn't like Melanie. All right. So I think that was it. That's pretty much for the week.
I'm not done.
Okay, flip it back over.
Oh,
So now
it's 5:30 already.
I know, that's why I want to get through these because we have some news and gossip and stuff too. So I want to get James. Let's go right to you to your.
I'll go really.
Do we have the? I don't know if we have the audio. Do we have the audio, Alexis, or were we able to find it or
Or
no?
Look Who's Related, right?
Yeah.
Look who's related.
There it is.
So
I didn't know
It's
if that's
just-
what it was. So.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'll quickly go through this, and I'll post maybe on their page a little more. I'm doing a shameless plug. Tomorrow I'm talking to Gloria Loring. Tomorrow at 5. I'm so excited. She played Liz Chandler and did the hit song of Friends and Lovers for the show, amongst other things, the Facts of Life theme and all that stuff. But anyway, people were asking me, well, who is she again? And people were also telling me, oh, I remember her. So Liz Chandler was on from 1980 to 1986. And she came on, and she was in a big triangle with Don Craig and with Neil Curtis. Remember Dr. Neil Curtis? And had a kid, Noelle. But when she came on, she had been married to Tony DeMira. There was a whole thing with Tony DeMira. And so Tony had kidnapped her, made her stay in the house. She had to spy on Doug at Doug's place. It was this whole big storyline with that. And actually, because of her, it led to a series of other storylines. It led to the famous scene of Roman and Stefano fighting on the cliff.
Oh yeah.
And Roman falls over and dies.
Yeah.
Which led to paging Dr. John Black, not Dr. John Black, but John Black. It led to, it inadvertently led to that. She was part of that storyline that led to a John Black and two Romans and everything that all happened.
Yeah.
It was a really crazy storyline. But I will post more of exactly what she did exactly on there. But she had a kid named Noelle. She had been arrested. She had shot Renee DeMira, so bringing back some more Felice Sampler. It was a storyline. She thought, because she was having an affair with Neil. It was this whole thing with that one. She owned Blondies. Neil had bought it, and she used to sing there all the time. Yeah. Remember those Wings, Blondies, all those places. She would sing there, and she had a #1 hit with Friends and Lovers of Carl Anderson that came from the show.
Friends and Lovers. I think it's on my iPod.
So watch my interview tomorrow here at Buzz TV. We can talk about it. But Liz Chandler was a major character for 6 years on the show. Yeah. And was a big hit. And she just divorced Neil and leave town. So she's still alive and nothing going on.
She could come back. We're happy with that.
Yep.
All right, and that was James.
Look who's related.
There it is.
Make you laugh.
And now I do believe this is the moment of the show where lights and sirens happen.
Ooh, how exciting. Oh, wow. So
you haven't been in here for this.
No, I have not. Wow.
Well,
Fancy.
now it is time for Matthew's Disaster Moment of the Week.
Who did?
The moment of the
picture
week.
Number 3.
Picture number 3 was when, after Summer, Cindy.
Yes, Cindy Summer Cindy.
Killed. I don't want to say killed. She didn't really kill Clark. He just kind of stumbled.
Yeah.
She's cleaning up the mess. She's cleaning up the blood. She pulls the carpet over the blood, and then she goes for the envelope of money. I have seen cardboard that is less stiff than that. I mean, it was the fakest looking money I've ever seen. Did you notice it?
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Wow.
They didn't.
I'm looking at this picture and I'm just like, wow.
That's supposed to be cash. It's not. Monopoly money would have been more real looking.
No,
Yeah.
even like Chuck E. Cheese coupons, like
100%.
those look actually real.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing that I hate that they do sometimes is that they have to show something so dumb. She could have looked in the envelope and we would have had
exactly
the exact
I'm
same
right there
effect.
with you on that
I
stuff.
agree.
Yeah,
I
I'm right
agree.
there with you
Not
on that
believable.
stuff.
So my disaster goes to this
money.
hot mess.
The money,
The money.
the fake money.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right,
It's a good one.
Thank you.
Good one. Good one.
And now it is time for nothing.
Mark's Quote of the week.
What of the week?
There it is. There it is. All right,
Sorry,
so
Mark.
that's okay. That's okay. That's the joy of live.
Live, totally.
So my quote of the week is going to go to Mr. and Mrs. Kyriakis, Victor and Maggie, for
They're
this,
fighting
for this
already.
exchange because
Yes.
I thought I was going to pee myself.
Yes.
Victor says, okay.
I love these things. That's some change either. He's laughing before he tells it.
Au contraire, I think the presence of a neurotic drifter will enhance our suburban townhouse fun. Maggie says, I don't talk about your children like that. Well, you don't have to. I do. You have a point.
She almost laughed when she said it too, because like, great line.
I know.
She almost
It
chuckled.
was
Yeah.
so, like, I was just like, what?
Yes.
This is like gold. It
It
was
was good.
so
It
good.
was. I agree
It was
with
so
you.
good. So I had to give it equal to
I
both.
wrote that down too in my
because it was
notes.
so
Yeah, I agree.
great.
John Aniston blows my mind.
Oh,
Every
He's-
time.
yeah.
Every single time.
Every
I
single
agree.
time.
I
Every
agree.
single
Totally
time.
agree.
Yeah. So that was Mark's.
What of the week?
Sorry, I forget that he says Mark's. All right, and my fan of the week this week is going to go to a iTunes review. We have a new
good.
iTunes
See,
review.
it's important to make the review on iTunes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
It goes to, I hope I'm saying this right, Pokemon Squirtle Lover.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
you're correct. It's Pokemon Squirtle.
Okay. On iTunes, and they wrote, I've been watching Days with my mom since 2010, and last September I started watching Dishin Days on AfterBuzz TV to catch up since I sometimes miss an episode due to being in high school. Everyone on the show is so nice and interactive. She must not be talking about me. Live on Dishin Days. So,
Ah, thank you.
Live on is
Pokemon
right.
Squirtle Lover.
Squirtle.
Thank you, Squirtle.
Gets my fan of the week. So, all right, so let's get into some quick news and gossip before we have to go. As I mentioned earlier, I think we have a picture of the beautiful and lovely Nadia Bjorlin, who plays Clory Lane. Her and her husband, Grant Turnbull, are welcomed a 7-pound, 13-ounce baby boy, Torin Matthias Turnbull. Just the other day. So congratulations to
girl.
them. And she looked at me. I said when I saw her, I was like, she barely even looks pregnant.
Yeah,
and then I
right.
saw like literally like it was either the next day or 2 days later. She's
Yeah,
like,
she's
she
good.
gave birth. I'm like,
Yeah, she just gets
she
did
looked like she had
not.
a cyst on her belly. Like I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But,
Thankfully, it
yeah.
wasn't.
So go ahead, Matthew. You're next.
And just a special congratulations to Mary Beth Evans and True O'Brien for their Emmy wins. And don't forget to watch the Daytime Emmys after show that James, myself, and Lucretia hosted, which you can find on the Days of Our Lives
Yes.
YouTube channel, the Dishin Days.
What else is going on, James Lott Jr.?
Deidre Hall. I didn't even know this. She's
Yes.
finally getting a star in the Walk of Fame. Hollywood Walk of Fame.
That's a cake
That's a
that
cake.
was actually made for her that looks like the star. So I had to use that photo.
And
She's in the pub.
Yeah, she's in the Brady pub.
It's her 40 years on Days, and they're actually giving it to her on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which is on May 19th, which is coming in a couple of weeks. She'll be
I
getting
was
a star.
thinking we should
we
grab
go?
the AfterBuzz camera and see if we can't do press for it.
Maybe I should go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then there's
Another
tell
event.
them what Tony's doing. 'cause
Tony
Tony's
will be
got something
hosting an
coming up.
event in New York in September with dual coast events featuring Brandon Beamer, Brian DeTillo, Eric Martzoff, and Billy Flynn. For more info, visit www.dualcoastevents.com.
Yes. And then I will be in Toronto on July 23rd with Robert Scott Wilson. I'm going by the pictures now, sorry. Robert Scott Wilson, Eric Martzoff, and the one and only Billy Flynn. It's a 5-hour cruise of Toronto. There's an online and live auction. All proceeds benefit the Lung Association. There's a new meet and greet package available too. Check it out on daytimestarsevents.com. She's doing a payment plan, and I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, and Sarah, you'll kill me, I know if I get this wrong, but I'm almost positive you did a Mother's Day special, which I think was yesterday and today. Monday. It's buy one, get, for the VIP package, buy one, get one 50% off.
Oh, okay.
Isn't Sarah wonderful?
Sarah's amazing.
Sarah's great.
Sarah,
Sarah's
you're
great.
amazing.
She's fantastic.
She's a great person.
So if you are having issues with payments and stuff too, she's doing payment plans and stuff like that. So talk to Sarah if you generally really want to go. She will make it available to you, and we'll find a way to get you there. And I'll be there, and it'll be a hoot and a holler. I also want to just say, I want us each to give our own little shout outs too for other shows that we do and stuff.
Here on AfterBuzz.
Here at AfterBuzz, and anywhere else. If you're doing something anywhere else too, please.
And abroad.
Yeah. Like Toronto.
And abroad.
I was waiting for you to say that. Yes.
Did you know it was coming?
I did. I love it.
I'm going to be doing I do the Drag Race recap on Monday nights. There's not going to be one. Well, I'm not doing it tomorrow because it's like a review show. It's like a kind of just a best of. So we're not doing it. One of my co-hosts may. But the week after, which will be Monday what is that Monday?
I forget.
So the 9th plus 7, 16th?
16th.
Wow, that was quick math for me.
Okay, go on.
I'm still doing it. I'm like,
we're going to be doing the finale episode
Carry the
of RuPaul's
one.
Drag Race, and
I can't wait.
Lorraine Love is actually going to
can't
be in
wait.
the studio
I
and
can't
do the
wait.
recap. So I'm dusting off some dresses
God.
and picking one out.
And getting a waxing, hopefully.
Yeah, so if you want to, I don't know, some of you watch it, I think, but if you want to see what
I'll be here for
What it's
Shark
all
Tank.
about.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
Cross-dress Mark
Can't wait to
looks
see it.
like you have an opportunity to. So, and there's a possibility I may be performing in LA. For those of you that live in LA, I may be doing a comedy show soon, but I'll give you more details later.
Can't wait to hear
James
about
Lott
it.
Jr., I know you have. You mentioned Gloria Loring.
Lauren tomorrow at 5 p.m. here on AfterBuzz TV. Spotlight on. We're talking to her about her new role on a show called Going Viral. It's on Disney XD. It's me and Alexis and Mark's buddy Nicholas Grava. It's his series.
Oh, I love
and
Nicholas.
I love Nicholas.
He's the hoot.
And it's his series he actually got through Disney XD. And so we'll talk about that. Plus your time on Days of Our Lives. So tune in. And also, next, you do JH Report. We have Robert Palmer walking, celebrating my birthday, and we're going to have a good time.
So he's outside that door right now.
outside the door right now.
And Matthew, what do you have going on?
In addition to Dishin Days, you can catch me every Tuesday on hashtag DWTS After Show at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard, 7 o'clock Eastern, only on AfterBuzz TV.
So
Sweet
hosty.
Jesus.
So hosty.
Let's end this, so just put us out of our misery. James, tell them where they can find you on social media.
Thanks for having me back. This has been a lot of fun, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Happy
much.
birthday.
It was so much fun being back here.
It's a reason to drink champagne,
It
James.
is. And you can follow me at James Lott Jr. on everything in the world.
And Matthew?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Matthew Evan. Find me, follow me, love me.
I do.
Oh, sweet Jesus. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE, and on Snapchat, Lorraine.love, and on Facebook.
And
So
what about your hair?
my hair, you can find. Thank
right.
you. I always
That's it.
forget. Living for the hair. Follow me. Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody at
Alexis.
AfterBuzz.
You're
We will
welcome.
see you next week. Love you guys.
Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.
See you again one day.
Producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.